We have a number of alumni that are here. We have a number of donors that are in the house tonight, and we'll recognize them at various points on stage as well. Hopefully I've got everybody here, but if I miss anybody, I apologize as I look out into the audience. So, longtime donors, friends, and helped originate the IB program here. We'd like to thank our friends of IBNV, Dr. Kathy Wright and Mr. Dwight Tate. We've got a couple graduates here that will be speaking tonight that have paid for their own plane ticket to fly all the way down here to talk with us tonight. So we want to thank them for not just speaking, but also spending money on making this long trip and being away from your home base there. So first off, Miss Samantha Carrillo. And Mr. Aaron Villarreal. Coming to us just a little bit closer. They didn't have to fly, but they did drive down here and donated their time multiple times this year and helping us out. We'd like to thank Mr. Morales for being here. And Ms. Saavedra. And as they take the stage, you'll hear more about their background and their connections to the school and where they've been since then and when they graduate and all of that. From our staff, we'd like to recognize some of our wonderful teachers, counselors, administrators that are here with us. Leading off, our principal of the year, Mr. Marquez. Also, kind of hiding in the back there, we have Miss Fitzpatrick joining us. IB Visual Arts. From our AP English, Dr. Ali is with us. From our IB Spanish, Miss Munoz. Helping us to lead with our community schools, but also here tonight helping us and currently helping manage things up front there, Miss O'Rafferty. From counseling, we want to thank Mr. Pelayo bringing all this lighting and the 2025. From AP European History, Ms. Rodriguez. From IB Math, Ms. Serrano. IB Chemistry, Mr. Simmons. IB English and TOK, Ms. Sheffield and Ms. Stebbing. Meets alumni plus cast plus a million other things here, Ms. Vasquez. Also, I didn't see that you were here. The Carrillo family is here from River Pump Companies. We'll talk more about them later and thank them, but thank you guys being here, longtime donors. And the wonderful tech crew making all of this work and the lighting and the sound and all of that, Mr. Lomita, Mr. Eaton, and all of the wonderful students that are part of this. In 2010, Norte Vista hosted the very first IB celebration of graduates. The school and world were very different at the time, but what's not changed is how incredible this community is. There are many challenges in transforming a school that was not known for its academics at the time into the one we have today, where there's nearly 50 sections of AP and IB classes at this school. From a school that wasn't able to offer advanced science during the regular school day, it would be like a zero period because there just wasn't enough students there for it at the time, to a school where we offered a new IB chemistry class this year and immediately had 2 sections of it to go along with 5 other sections of IB bio and physics. It's a school where students hunger to challenge themselves, they hunger rigor, and it is an honor to be with these students every day, truly. I should have mentioned that the addition of IB Chem came as a result of a graduate from that very first class of IBNV returning to Norte Vista. Mr. Simmons, who we acknowledge with IB Chemistry, did what we ask of all graduates, is look around the world and find something to work on and improve it. Something we hope every student does here. And he looked and said, you know what, this school really could use an advanced chemistry class. And then through the support of administration and the district and everyone else made it happen. Although IB Celebration is about celebrating many things, at its heart it's about celebrating legacy. Tonight you'll hear from incredible student representatives, but you'll also hear from alumni that are making a difference and remaining connected. You'll see graduates that know that part of the expectation of being here is to come back and to help. Tonight, contributors range from our very first graduating class of 2010 all the way up to the last graduating class of 2024. When students sign up for IB at Norte Vista, they hear about legacy, but it's nights like tonight that we feel the legacy and see the legacy. Tonight, we'll celebrate a legacy of hope. We'll celebrate a legacy of resilience. We'll celebrate incredible role models that have demonstrated from 2010 to this very day that this program isn't just about getting good grades. It's about making a difference. It's about changing the world for the better. All of that being said, the most exciting thing about tonight is the sophomores, juniors, and seniors that you'll see on stage that are living up to this legacy of these past classes and finding ways to add to it so that the future of IBNV is more exciting today than it has ever been. Tonight we celebrate the best students in the world, your students. So with that, let's get to celebrating. And now I'll give you to one of the staff members I did not introduce because he's going to be up here on stage, our wonderful IB counselor, Mr. Gasparini, to share and welcome you.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. I'd like to welcome everybody this evening and thank you for coming to help celebrate this exceptional group of students. This senior class in particular is very special to me. I was the freshman counselor 4 years ago with them, kind of grew together. So it's bittersweet. It's going to be very difficult to say goodbye in a couple of weeks. But tonight's not about goodbyes, tonight is about celebration. So thank you for being here to help us celebrate these students. At this time, please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Riverside County Principal of the Year, Mr. Jason Marquez.
All right, good evening, everyone. I never write speeches anymore. I just say what is right here in the heart. And first thing that's always in the heart with Mr. Marquez is Norte Vista, the best high school in the world. It's just an awesome place to be. And I know our students have really taken that on, that motto, right, including our community. And, you know, I'll say this. I never really said this to an audience before, but when I started here way back then as a counselor and then as an AP, there was a point in time when people would say, oh, what school do you work at? And I would say, oh, Norte Vista. And they would go, oh, how do you like it there, you know? And I would get like, what does that mean? You know, what does that mean? I don't understand what that means. But with us sticking together, the community, staff, students, I don't hear that anymore. We have changed things for the better here, all of us. The graduates, the alumni, the future students. All I hear now is nothing but great things about Novi in this community. And I don't know why that ever started in the first place. I wasn't here, so I don't know why. But I know I don't hear it anymore. And it has nothing to do with me being the principal of the year, to tell you the truth. And I did ask, hey, how do you get picked as principal of the year? And they said, well, we look at all the accomplishments really the school is doing. So it really wasn't about me, right? And it's just, I guess, an easier way to name it, Principal of the Year, instead of listing everybody. I would rather list everybody, because what that means is we were all pulling together at the same time to make this place the best high school in the world. That's all that it really means to me. It's not on my shelf. It's in here because I know what we do every single day here, right? And so I really appreciate the support from our students, our staff, and our parents, our alumni, our supporters. I see Dr. Wright there. So I really appreciate this because I truly believe this is the best high school in the world. And as Mr. Marshall said, you know, find what you're good at and go out and change the world. I think we all can agree that the world needs some fixing and some things done better. And who else to do it but us Braves, right? So graduates, go out and change the world. You know, don't just be college and career ready, but go out college and career ready and then do things that make a difference. Give back, right? That's what it's really about, give back. And then future students, do the same thing. Alumni, I know you're already out there doing that. When we say the best high school in the world, we really mean that. I want Norte Vista to be known worldwide, right? I want them to know that we do great things here at this community here in Arlanza, right? That this community here is making a difference. So thank you. I'm excited to hear all the great stories from our alumni, and they come back. That always brings joy to my heart, what Norte Vista is out there doing. Again, parents, thank you so much. Staff, thank you so much. Students, I appreciate every single day that I'm here at Norte Vista. And seniors, 25 more days, and we're out in the field. So congrats to you guys. Thank you guys again.
Next, we would like to ask Alma Sandoval Hernandez to come to the stage for our senior welcome address. In addition to representing this year's IB diploma class, she's also here representing IB Phoenix Scholars, Yearbook, Junior Optimists, the Environmentalists, National Honor Society, and is one of the Riverside's 25 most remarkable teens. Ms. Alma Hernandez Sandoval. Sandoval Hernandez, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Gasparini. Good evening, everyone. You know, it's so strange to stand in front of all of you, and think back to the 5th grade Alma who came to Terrace Elementary with no English at all. That was the first time when I was introduced to challenges and setbacks, and since then, I haven't had a break. I now understand that struggles are never ending. Even though we may bounce back from our struggles and insecurities, there will always be more, a lot more, to face. But we keep going. Why? Because our family, friends, and community deserve to see the best version of ourselves. I had to struggle through my fears of not getting accepted to college. I was in and out of Mr. Gasparini and Mr. Marshall's office crying because I was scared. I had to struggle through keeping my grades up and also turning in my IAs. I was struggling through being consistent and participating in clubs, something that I wasn't used to. I was struggling through trying to be a good daughter and sibling, taking care of my brothers, helping with homework, cleaning the apartment. I was also struggling through being a decent human being, being nice to people who weren't nice to me, helping my friends with homework and assignments. I was also balancing everything with being an IB mentor. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, I was, and still am, trying to balance everything with being a future soldier of the United States Army Reserve. And also my commitment to Cal Poly Pomona. Go Broncos. The lesson this has taught me, and I hope you will take away from this, is that struggle builds strength. Yeah, there were times where I was thinking of quitting, of dropping everything and hiding away, of giving up on my college applications, on giving up on maintaining my social life. All I wanted to do was stay in my room and sleep. But I kept reminding myself that I'm not about that life. I'm not a quitter. I am tough, ready to face any challenges that come my way. With the help of my counselors, Mr. Marshall and Mr. Gasparini, and my best friends, Noemi, Kevin, Joshua, and Camilo, I have grown a lot, not only as a student, but also as a person. In the 2 years that I've been in this program, I have learned more about how to be resilient, persistent, united, and most importantly, brave. Now that I have gotten accepted to schools and I have signed my contract with the Army, I can tell you that those challenges were worth it 100%. And if I had the chance, I would choose, without a doubt, to go through it all again. I'm so ready for the next step of my life. I'm ready for all of the challenges that will come my way. I'm ready for college. I'm ready to serve a country that has given me and my family so much. I'm ready to continue being a brave. Every single person that's sitting here, teacher, student, parent, even my own brothers, I want you to know that there's no way of avoiding challenges. I know it may get exhausting sometimes, well, more like most of the time, but I promise that you will stay stuck in that challenge if that's what you decide on. The quote that I chose for the program is always sticking with me. It's a song from BTS. The quote is, "If you feel like you're about to crash, then accelerate more." This means that when you're close to giving up, when you're close to dropping everything, you must work harder, push yourself further, so that when you finally crash, you're going to be proud of where you are when that happens. I like to think of myself as a lotus flower. All lotus flowers grow in the mud, but they don't stay in the mud. They rise towards the light, flourishing into a beautiful flower. To all of you lotus flowers who are listening to me, know that you're the only one who's holding you back. You're the only one who can decide whether or not you're going to stay in the mud. I decided not to stay in the mud. Yes, it takes courage and effort, but I still did it, and I'm proud of myself for it. Be the next lotus flower that decides not to give up. Be the next to bloom into a beautiful and strong flower. Be the one to make yourself proud, and most importantly, never stop being a brave. Thank you.
Now we'll move to our recognitions. Can I have Samantha Carrillo join me on stage? Samantha is here as our youngest alumni speaker, but in a year that has a theme of legacy, we couldn't do it justice without her. She just graduated in 2024, but the combination of her connection to this community and her experiences in college combined to have us knocking on her door to ask her to return this year. Her time at Norte Vista was filled with impact in Junior Optimists, Best Buddies, Riverside Youth Council, the music program, just to name a few. Upon graduation, Ms. Carrillo began attending UC Berkeley, where she's double majoring in sociology and Spanish. Her involvement and love for Riverside have not lessened since moving away and can be seen in many ways, including, as I mentioned before, she's actually flown down here twice this year, once for an 8th grade night and once tonight to help us out. So with that being said, she's here for the IBNV community once again. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Samantha Carrillo.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Good evening, everyone. Being back a year after high school graduation has reminded me of how far I've come and how much of it started right here. I've had the privilege of standing on the stage and speaking for 3 years now, and year after year, I find it just as hard to put into words what this program and this place means to me. Each year brings new challenges and new victories. Tonight, I want to reflect not only on how IB shaped me, but how stepping away from it into the whirlwind of college and everything beyond has only deepened my appreciation for it. I'll begin with this. Time flies. It feels like just yesterday I was in 8th grade nervously writing my essay to apply to IB, and now, in less than 4 weeks, I'll be handing in the keys to my freshman dorm, closing off my first year of college. And carrying what I learned within this campus and through my transition to Berkeley, I have been able to explore a handful of experiences that have inspired me to grow both academically and personally. Now, the transition from high school to college was no easy road. I won't sugarcoat it. From being homesick to declaring my majors, juggling this was no easy task. Yet, I've had the chance to meet incredible people along the way, from professors who are pioneers in their fields to fellow students who challenge my thinking and broaden my perspective. From one-on-one help with my English professor, working with me to articulate my thoughts on paper, to office hours with Dr. Nikki Jones, where we discuss race and all its sensitivity, and collaborating on research with my Spanish professor. These experiences have allowed me to dive into topics I never imagined tackling and have helped me understand the concept of what it means to be a scholar within academia. Additionally, being in a city as vibrant and diverse as Berkeley has been a constant source of inspiration. Whether it's exploring the beauty of nature or trying a new restaurant, every day out there feels like an adventure. Now, during trips back down to SoCal from NorthCal in between semesters this year, I've had a chance to speak in TOK and AP Lang classes, and most recently, like Mr. Marshall mentioned, IB 8th grade recruitment night. Each visit reminded me of the moments that prompted the academic journey I am on today. From weekly assignments to study sessions and CAS projects to extracurriculars, they laid the groundwork for the exploration of my future today. College has been a bit of a balancing act, I would say. There's the heavy workload, the dense readings, the high stakes, and yes, the fun parts too. At first, it all felt like a lot, but thanks to how IB prepared me, it's become something I can actually manage. Midterms and finals still sneak up on me faster than I'd like them to, but the 10-page paper doesn't scare me anymore. And if it does now, trust me, it won't in the future. In class, I've had so many aha moments, those times where a lecture suddenly clicks, and I now see how theory meets real life. Outside of class, I work at a daycare, and where toddlers remind me to slow down and really celebrate the small wins, like first steps. I design for an environmental journal too, which has turned into a creative outlet for me. And through my fellowship, I'm getting to experience college in full, learning, growing, and contributing to a community that never stops evolving. In a few weeks, I'll be leaving to begin a new adventure, my study abroad program in Ghana. Here, I will be taking courses for my race and law minor and will be immersing myself into a culture I never imagined, especially so early on in my college journey. I say all of this to really bring home to all of the students in the room, from freshmen just beginning their journey, to the sophomores and juniors finding their place, to the seniors standing on the edge of something new. Be excited. Your future is ahead of you, and there's so much good waiting for you. Keep showing up. Keep wondering. You're already on the path to something great. Novi, man, it's good to be home. And like any true home, what makes it special isn't just the place, it's the people. The ones who show up, who invest, who believe in us even when we don't believe in ourselves. This is something that I have seen modeled at Novi, but also outside its walls from those that reach in to help. People like Dr. Wright, Mr. Tate, and the family behind Riv Or County's Pump Company know what it means to help protect this home. Since the beginning of IB, no diploma candidate has had to worry about things like an IB shirt, graduation, stole, or tassel because of donations by these people. If you're in the audience, can I please have you stand so we can all thank you? Class of 2025, I leave you with this. When you leave this place, you'll never forget it. Know that you can come back to remember who you are, what you've carried, and all you have conquered. This place, these people, this moment. It's what you became, who you are today. Proof that you've made it. And as you soon will walk wearing your caps and gowns, you carry the stories that shaped you. Some of those stories were heavy. Some tried to break you before you even began. But here you are, not broken, not lost, but here, stronger, wiser, ready. You survived! With your strength, you made it through every moment of doubt, and as you continue to deal with this doubt in the future, have confidence that it will work out. I promise you, everything eventually comes together, so stay hopeful and strong. Congratulations, class of 2025. Like classes that came before you and the ones that will follow, you are continuous proof that resilience lives and breathes. Thank you.
We would also like to deliver a plaque to Riv Or County's Pump Company so they can have a visual representation of our thanks to display at their business. Would Mr. and Mrs. Carrillo please join us on stage to receive this token? Please help us thank Mr. and Mrs. Carrillo, Dr. Wright, and Mr. Tate for your many years of support.
Next, we'll move to our IBNV role model address. Will Daisy Saavedra join me on stage? Daisy graduated as an IB diploma candidate in 2020. During her time here, she experienced a variety of challenges that put her in a tough spot academically. As she entered junior year, she made significant changes and fought hard to improve and became a 4.0 GPA student. Then March of 2020 came, and the world shut down right before her final months of senior year. She didn't get to ever wear her prom dress or celebrate her improvements at a gathering like this one. Still, she continued to fight. She attended CBU as a full-time student while also working near full-time hours as a waitress. She volunteered to help our IBNV community more times than I can count throughout this entire time. By December of 2024, Daisy graduated with her degree in English, her Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages certification, and her teaching credential. In March, she returned to our campus to assist in a sophomore presentation where students were choosing how rigorous to make their junior years as they looked at classes. She shared her stories of failing that exact AP class these students were sitting in on that day and how she persevered. In the middle of first period that day, she got a phone call and stepped out of class. It was the Corona Norco Unified School District offering her a teaching job. Once she shared the good news, it seemed a must to share with classes throughout the day. Each time the students applauded as they saw someone who had sat in their same seat struggling just a few years ago and now beginning their career at just 22 years old. If that doesn't define role model, we're not sure what does. Please join us in welcoming Miss Daisy Saavedra.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. When I reflect on my journey, it's hard to believe how far I've come, especially when I think back to my sophomore year of high school. If you had told that version of me that I would not only complete the IB diploma program, but also graduate from a university with my bachelor's degree and teaching credential, all while earning magna cum laude honors, I honestly wouldn't have believed you. But what I've learned throughout my academic journey is that with the right mindset, determination, and support, anything is possible. Being a Phoenix Scholar has proven to me that I can achieve anything I set my mind to. While being a Phoenix Scholar is truly an honor, I know that those who share this honor also understand how difficult the journey can be. There are moments when you don't feel good enough or smart enough, when the self-doubt creeps in. But it's in those moments when you feel like giving up that you learn just how strong you truly are and you choose to overcome anyway. I owe so much of my success to the incredible teachers and mentors who have guided me every step of the way. Their belief in me, their encouragement, and their constant support helped me push through obstacles I once thought were impossible to overcome. My foundation was built right here at Norte Vista. It was here that I learned the essential values of perseverance, time management, sacrifice, and the importance of hard work. These are skills I used as I transitioned from my sophomore to junior year of high school, and continue to carry with me throughout college and will continue to carry as I embark in my career as a teacher. The IB Diploma program didn't just open doors for me, it helped me realize my potential. At any other school, based on my sophomore year grades, I wouldn't have been given the opportunity to join IB. Here, I not only joined, but succeeded. Being a Phoenix Scholar taught me to never underestimate what I can achieve, and more importantly, it reminded me that success is not just about personal triumph, but about the community that lifts you up along the way. To the new Phoenix Scholars, I would like to say congratulations. You've earned this recognition, and I know it's just the beginning of your incredible journeys. There will continue to be moments when the road feels tough, but remember that you are capable, you're resilient, and you are never alone. Lean on your teachers, your mentors, and your community. You have everything that you need to succeed. Thank you.
Continuing in this theme of resiliency, we'd like Daisy to stay on stage to help us recognize this year's Phoenix Scholars. Like Ms. Saavedra, this year's Phoenix Scholar recipients are students that have made dramatic comebacks in their academics and have managed to become role models for those that think IBNV is reserved only for those students with the best grades. These students are typified as earning some of their best grades while taking on their toughest courses. It is important to note that this year's qualifiers for this honor are more than double the size of any previous class in the 14-year history of this award. Students, please join us on stage when we call your name. Oscar Abad Carrera. Kevin Adame. Ismael Calderon. Isaac Carvajal Lopez. Emiliano Castillo. Emily Cervantes. Luis Cervantes. Carla Farfan. Alani Guzman. Miguel Hernandez. Waleska Lopez. Viance Lopez de Leon. Lindsay Matute. Jacqueline Munoz. Ashley Ortega Martinez. Ariana Nunez. Michael Sanchez. Alma Sandoval Hernandez. Daisy Trevino Sanchez. Diana Vasquez Munoz. Christopher Ventura. Estrella Villegas. Isel Yanez Ragosa. Once again, please join me in congratulating these amazing students. Thank you. You may be seated.
Now we will move on to our mentor segment. Can I have Miss Jeanette Vasquez join me on stage? We are fortunate to have Ms. Vasquez as part of our staff, but even before her formalized role at Norte Vista, she spent countless hours helping our community. Jeanette was part of our first graduating class of IB students in 2010. Upon graduation, she left to Boston University, where she earned degrees in political science and English. Despite her distance, she always made it clear that her interest in our community never wavered, as she continued to check in, sent inspirational emails to our staff, and presented on campus each time she visited Riverside. After earning her degree, she was accepted to the incredibly prestigious Teach for America program, with an acceptance rate that hovers around 10 to 15%. Often referred to as the Harvard Medical Program of Education, Ms. Vasquez honed her skills as an educator and earned a Master's of Arts in Urban Education at Loyola Marymount before returning home and securing a position here at Norte Vista as an English teacher. Since her time with us, she has been heavily involved as CAS advisor, English language facilitator, IB club advisor, Dreamers advisor, girls cross-country coach, and the go-to for so many juniors and seniors that need help and perspective on college. Additionally, she has kept the pursuit of knowledge at the heart of all she does, earning a second master's degree in school counseling and her pupil personnel services credential from CBU. Please join me in welcoming the 2022 Alvord Unified School District Teacher of the Year and 2023 Riverside County Teacher of the Year semifinalist, Ms. Jeanette Vasquez.
Good evening. Although IB is difficult, there is no greater weight than that of being a role model, and tonight we have many in this room. The choices of our students today greatly impacts the students of tomorrow. And with that said, in addition to our Phoenix Scholars, we want to recognize a few more of our exceptional role models. We use our mentors very consistently throughout the year, but the next group being recognized tonight are some that get called upon the most. These students have worked hard all year as tutors to support in a variety of ways. When your name is called, please come up on stage. Camilo Canizales Tejada. Carla Farfan. Alma Hernández Sandoval. Amy Villegas. Please join me once again in applauding these mentors. You may be seated. Next, we would like to welcome more of our cast team to the stage. Will Matt Simmons and Angela Rodriguez join us on stage?
All right, good evening. Creativity Action Service, more commonly referred to as CAS, is an IB diploma requirement that asks students to grow in how they take care of their own mental health and also in how they support others. In March, senior diploma candidates presented their CAS projects as part of this year's CAS Showcase. Staff and students chose a handful of presentations to be recognized this evening. I will read our list of CAS superlatives now. Students, please join us on stage when your name is called. For our Passion Award, Destiny Jimenez. For our Environmental Impact Award, Evangeline Salmaron. For our Learner Profile Award, Alexandra Bourbon. For our Legacy Award, Camilo Canizales Tejada. For our Advocacy Award, Alma Hernandez Sandoval. For our Virtue Award, Cindy Diaz Serrato. For our Well-Rounded Award, David Escoto. For our Perseverance Award, Viance Lopez de Leon. For our Community Impact Award, Destiny Curiel. And finally, for our Arts Award, Litzy Gonzalez. All right, please give all these young role models a big hand. Take some photos.
Once you're done with pictures, you can go ahead and take your seat. Great job. Thank you.
Now it's time to recognize the class of 2027. Ms. Rodriguez and Mr. Simmons, before you sit down, can I please have you join me on stage, as well as Dr. Ali. Please join us on stage to help recognize these IB diploma candidates. These students have committed to fulfilling the requirements to earn the IB diploma. Next year, their journey officially begins. Please join us on stage when your name is called. Alexia Alarcon, Melanie Armenta, Hector Ayala, Sara Sofia Castaño Escobar, Angela Castro, Agustin Cervantes, Richard Cienfuegos, Alexa Contreras, Crystal Coria, Jasmine Cuevas Cabrera, Eileen Dalla, Natalie Esquivel, Ashley Fernandez, Aaron Farrar, Isaiah Garcia, Perez, Jocelyn Hernandez, Zeus Hernandez, Emily Hinojosa, Maria Lopez, Deborah Marin, McWhirter, Leighton Rodriguez, Camila Rojas, Ramiro Rojas Leon, Jocelyn Romero Sanchez, Caitlin Sandoval, Kevin Serrano, Fatima Sotelo Palacio, Angel Torres, Ashley Torres de los Santos, Isabel Trujillo, Maritza Velasco Martinez, Citlali Vernal, Robert Wilson, Brianna Zavala. Please join me in giving the IBNV Diploma Class of 2027 a big hand. After pictures, sophomores, you can take a seat. All right, thank you very much. Let's give them one more round of applause. And now we're going to transition into recognizing our juniors. To begin this section of the program, we have our IB Junior Address. Will Carla Farfan please join me on stage? In addition to being an IB diploma candidate, Carla is also here representing IB Phoenix Scholars and National Honor Society. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Farfan.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so honored to standing here tonight. I'd like to congratulate all seniors who have finished their 2 years of IB and juniors who have completed the first year. Everyone should be proud of their achievements, not only us as students, but also parents and teachers. Without their help, we wouldn't be here. When I first joined the IB program, I wasn't sure if this would be something for me. In my first 2 years of high school, I did not take classes seriously, and my grades clearly reflected that. I struggled with a few classes, my worst being AP Euro and Biology Honors, so procrastination got the best of me, and I failed both. Back then, I couldn't envision a meaningful future in front of me, so I lacked motivation to try in school. Figuring out our future is the biggest struggle for many of us, so without it, that can discourage us. However, this changed for me. My dad is in his mid-40s, dealing with a serious illness, and he works in construction, and every day is already exhausting for him. But hearing how he now struggles with work due to his age and complications was a moment of realization for me. He pushes through long hours under the sun alongside with his illness just to support his family. This made me want to be the hope for both my father and my mother's future, who try so hard to keep our family going. I believe it is important that we all find a positive out of an unfortunate situation. I believe that, this made me realize I had always had the opportunity in my hands, which was to improve and seek a promising future not only for myself, but for my parents who sacrificed everything for me and my siblings. Once I found my purpose, I started putting effort into my education. I got out of my comfort zone and joined the IB diploma to improve. I saw school as an opportunity for me to grow as a person, and to me, I think it's best to take advantage of the opportunities that are offered to us. This mindset helped me improve not only my grades, but also personally. Although there has been times where I have thought about quitting, I remind myself why I chose the harder route towards graduation, and that keeps me going. I have come too far to quit. It's been a long journey from failing classes to earning above a 4.5 GPA. Even if my grades aren't the best, I am proud that they now reflect the person I have become, not only academically, but as a person. I have become a person with motives to succeed, not just for my family, but also for myself, and I am more than willing to invest my time and energy into it. I want everyone in this room to find their purpose. You may think you're incapable of being successful in your aspirations. However, that's not true. I understand how it feels to not have a purpose, and I surely don't want anyone to feel that way. If you asked me 2 years ago that I would be presenting here tonight, I wouldn't believe it. 14-year-old me hated public speaking, and at 17, I still do. But I won't let that stop me from facing this fear. Some things are more important than our fears. Our future is more important. Thank you, and congratulations to all.
And now to read the names of our IB Junior Diploma class, we have one half of our IB English and Theory of Knowledge teaching team, Ms. Stebbing. Ms. Stebbing is... Ms. Stebbing is part of a duo alongside Ms. Sheffield that has historically had the largest IB classes and simultaneously highest scores for well over a decade. IB English is very much a big part of the legacy of Norte Vista.
All right. Thank you. Hold on. They messed up my, where am I? There am I. Carla, I'm 41, and I also hate public speaking. All right, thank you, Mr. Gasparini. Can I please have Ms. O'Rafferty, Mr. Simmons, and Ms. Sheffield join us on the stage to congratulate juniors? All right, these students from the class of 2026 are in the process of completing the first year of the IB Diploma program. In this, they have begun work on their extended essay, their learning objectives for creativity, action, and service, and are in the process of completing the first semester of Theory of Knowledge, bright and early in the morning with us. When we call your name, go ahead and come on up. Oscar Abad Carrera. Francesca Alvarez. Brianna Angeles. Kevin Avalos. Rodrigo Carrera Alamia. Emiliano Castillo. Emily Cervantes. Luis Cervantes. Karime Cruz. Carla Farfan. Brian Flores. Fabian Flores. Natalie Frias. Alani Guzman. Leslie Hernandez. Miguel Hernandez. Carlos House. Valeska Lopez. Lindsay Matute. Itzel Moreno. Jacqueline Munoz. Tai Wen. Ashley Ortega Martinez. Crystal Parga. Carlos Ramirez. Adrian Ruby. Samantha Sambravo. Lindsay Santana Espinoza. Hector Segura Colima. Daisy Trevino Sanchez. Nadia Ulloa. Diana Vasquez Munoz. Christopher Ventura. Amy Villegas. Giselle Yanez Regosa. And Elizabeth Zaragoza. All right, please join me in giving the IB NV Diploma Class of 2026 a big hand. And juniors, after everyone takes your pictures, you can have a seat.
And now we're going to transition into the senior portion of the evening. To begin this section of the program, we have our IB Senior Address, which will be given by Estrella Villegas. Estrella, will you please join me on stage? In addition to completing her high school career as an IB diploma candidate, Estrella is here representing Best Buddies, Junior Optimists, volleyball, and a number of different volunteer efforts that include food pantries, mentoring, Senior Sunrise, and her church. Ms. Villegas will continue her academic pursuits this fall at Cal Baptist University.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before all you today. As I look in the crowd, I see not just faces, but a collection of support. Family members, peers, teachers, counselors, and loved ones who have all played a vivid role in shaping each IB Diploma student into this milestone. Whether you are a senior nearing the end of high school or a junior with one more year ahead, we've all reached this moment together. Today, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to those who have been my pillars of support throughout this journey, my parents. My parents undertook their own journey, walking hundreds of miles at the ages of 15 and 17 to come to the United States in search of educational opportunities for me and my siblings that they themselves never fully received. My parents always told my siblings and me to do better than them. What they may not realize is that they have set the standards for me. They are the reason I am the person I am today. My parents never gave me ideas of what I couldn't do. They always told me how proud they are of me and to strive for the best. My dad gave me the idea to get Christmas presents for all the students with intellectual disabilities in the Best Buddy program, to make sure they had something to smile about. On his day off, he took me to Los Angeles and insisted that I let him chip in for gifts. Even though my dad only knew the students from stories I would tell him and pictures I shared, he always knew how happy they made me, and that's what was important for him. On the other hand, my mom always understood when I needed a day off of school, regardless of whether I shared how I felt or not. She understood me without words. I share this not only to show my parents that they have raised a daughter who is filled with gratitude, but to also give an appreciation to all the parents or loved ones here today, for I know your children feel the same deep appreciation for all you have done for them. Gracias, Papa y Mama. Thank you for all your sacrifices and burdens you put on yourself so that me and my siblings could have a brighter future. I won't deny that being an IB diploma candidate was one of the most challenging experiences of my life. However, I look up and I understand why my sophomore self chose to take on this challenge. With this journey, I have seen potentials and glimpses of opportunities awaiting me after high school. Most importantly, I see all the people who have loved me profusely through all the tough days, sleepless nights, and tears. It wasn't until my senior year that my perspective on school began to shift. That summer, I realized how blessed I am to be stressed over homework or too tired to retain too much information. Being an IB diploma candidate has been both a privilege and a blessing. So if I were my sophomore self, sitting in AP Lang, listening to Mr. Marshall talk about taking on IB diploma, I would choose to do it in every lifetime. So everyone here today, remember, with all you do, God has put those goals and plans in your heart for a reason. I know we will all do great things, so continue strong, push your limits, and most importantly, view every challenge as a blessing. Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to invite Ms. Samantha Carrillo to the stage.
Next, we will move into our IB Senior Alumni Address, which will be given by Isaac Morales. Isaac graduated as a Norte Vista IB diploma candidate in 2012 and was a leader in the very first IB NV class to have the opportunity to go through all 4 years of the program. After graduating, Mr. Morales had the difficult choice of a variety of universities to choose from, but ultimately chose to leave California to study at New York University. While at NYU, Isaac was a Gates Millennium Scholar and a Martin Luther King Junior Scholar. In addition, he advocated for first-generation Latino and other students of color by organizing art showcases, mixed medium research projects, and community service-oriented actions. Mr. Morales concluded his time at NYU with a bachelor's in politics and Latino studies. Following graduation, Isaac immediately began working for a law firm in New York City, entering the field of business and family immigration law. A few years later, he returned to California to begin a career focused on helping others obtain citizenship through his work in the legal sector at the law office of Jessica Figueroa. Here, he worked with the undocumented population, including victims of crime and malpractice, to help bring them closer to their American dream. In November of 2022, Mr. Morales transitioned to higher education, taking on a position as the immigration lead specialist at California State University San Bernardino. Just 2 years later, he accepted a position at CSU San Bernardino's Associate Director of International Student and Scholar Services. In this role, he facilitates and oversees the operations of the International Students and Scholars Unit at the Center for International Studies and Programs. This includes helping and advising students on immigration matters during their academic tenure, whether at the undergraduate or graduate levels. In addition, Isaac provides immigration guidance and advice to faculty and staff members and assists in the immigration processes of the campus. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Isaac Morales.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Bienvenidos. It is one of the greatest honors to stand before you today. I am in awe of all of your accomplishments, and I am so incredibly proud of each of you as you complete your time in the IB programs. Although it feels just like last year, around 13 years ago, I stood on this same stage, and as I spoke out, I remember the adrenaline that I felt that pulsed through my body as I felt the weight of all my time, all my strife, my stress, and my struggles culminate in the end of my high school years. It's been an amazing, wonderful, and eventful 13 years since then. Experiences I never would have imagined for myself have occurred. After all this, I can stand here and tell you that it will get easier, or that you are reaching finally the end of the summit, or you're reaching the summit at the end of the uphill battle that you have been climbing for these past few years. But it's not going to be easy. The uphill battle will continue. Sometimes you will find yourself taking a few steps back, getting knocked down, or stalling altogether. Even then, I'm not worried for you, and neither should you be. Why? Because through this program, through this journey that you've gone through, you have developed within yourselves one of the most basic human necessities: resilience. This ability to press on, to move forward, and excel despite setbacks is going to be yours to hold on to foster, to prove, and to propel yourself forward. But before I continue, I would like to read the words of an individual who has no idea that I exist, but for who I am indebted to and who I remain in awe of. He said, "The minute my tennis matches start, there is nothing else in the world. There are countless times in tennis when I find myself helpless, but that is not when I give up. I give myself a pat on the head, wake myself up, and say, the game's not over yet. Tennis has become an outlet to deal with the stress at home and school. My family situation brings pain to my eyes, but I bounce the ball again. I have to talk to my brother's teachers when his grades start to fall down, but I bounce the ball again. I have to deal with family members telling me that I cannot achieve what I want, but I bounce the ball again. When the stress is at its worst, I grab my racket, I take a breath, close my eyes, the ball is coming back, I swing, I hear my heart beat once, twice, and I begin again." So Isaac, who wrote this? Well, that individual was me 17 years ago, or at 17 years old, fighting his way through the college application process. When I found out that I had been accepted to New York University and that I would be attending NYU on 2 full-ride scholarships, I thought to myself, man, I've made it. All of that was worth it. I'm moving on and moving forward. What I didn't realize is that a little over a month after I moved to New York City, I would live through Superstorm Sandy and one of New York City's longest-running blackouts. I questioned if I should move back to California and drop out of NYU to transfer to a closer college. But I didn't. I moved forward. I didn't realize then that although my classes were easier to handle, scoring good grades would be more difficult. I wondered if someone like me, a low-income, first-generation son of Mexican immigrants, even belonged in the same classes with some of America's wealthiest families. But I didn't stop myself. I pushed forward. I graduated 4 years later on the dean's list and with honors. I quickly got a job at an immigration law firm, and I set myself to do the necessary work, the good work. In the last 9 years, working in the immigration field has been strenuous, bleak, and almost defeating. It's in those darkest moments that we must remember we have to bounce the ball again. Before I close, I want to remark on another human characteristic that you are now in charge of: legacy. The interesting thing about high school tennis is that even if you are a singles player, you only do as well as your team does. If your team doesn't do well, you can be the best player, but you cannot advance. This reminds me, soon after graduating from Norte Vista, I met up with my elementary school teachers because I wanted them to know the path they helped create for me. At the end of my conversation with them, as they took me to lunch as a group, I heard the following from them: "We just want you to remember that you are the exception. Make sure you don't continue to be." As each of you chooses the paths that lead you to your future, remember that you are now a part of the IBNV legacy. Legacy is not just about history and what we do or who came before us. It is also about how it all leads to our future. You are the pride of our community, the individuals who will define the future of us. But remember always that you didn't get here alone. Your parents, guardians, educators, administrators, friends, and family have built the village around you. As Sandra Cisneros wrote in The House on Mango Street, "They will not know that I have left to come back, for the ones I left behind, for the ones who cannot out." Go out, be the amazing individuals you already are and who you will become. Experience life in all its glory and strife. But do not forget where you came from wherever you go. Be brave, be curious, come back by moving forward. Thank you.
It's tough for me not to get emotional on this night. It's an amazing night. I can't say it enough how much I love this community, the students coming back, being mentors to our current students. It's a beautiful night. Thank you. And now we are going to transition to calling our seniors to the stage. To do the honors, we have the other half of our incredible IB English and Theory of Knowledge teaching team, Ms. Sheffield.
May I please have Dr. Ali, Ms. Munoz, Ms. O'Rafferty, and Ms. Rodriguez join us on the stage to congratulate seniors. Kevin Adame, University of California, Riverside. Jasmine Apreza, University of California, Riverside. Alexandra Bourbon, La Sierra University. Ismael Calderon, California State University, Fullerton. Camilo Canizales Tejada, Loyola Marymount University. Isaac Carvajal Lopez, University of California, Riverside. Vanessa Casillas Lopez, University of California, San Diego. Eric Ceja Lopez, Riverside City College. Destiny Curiel, University of California, San Diego. Giovanni Davalos, California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo. Alexis Delgado, Riverside City College. Joshua Diaz, Riverside City College. Cindy Diaz Serrato, University of California, Los Angeles. David Escoto, University of California, Berkeley. Ramsey Fajardo, California State University, Chico. Carlos Galindo, California State University, San Marcos. Anthony Garcia, University of California, Riverside. Maria Garcia, University of California, Riverside. Litzy Gonzalez, California State University, Fullerton. Isaiah Gutierrez, California State University, San Marcos. Andrew Hernandez, California Baptist University. Diana Hernandez, California Polytechnic State University, Pomona. Ileana Hernandez Coria, California Baptist University. Brianna Jacobo, California State University, San Bernardino. Destiny Jimenez, University of California, San Diego. Kimberly Landeros, San Francisco State University. Arath Leva, Riverside City College. Lucia Lomeli, University of California, Riverside. Viance Lopez de Leon, University of California, Riverside. Dalia Lopez Ventura, California Baptist University. Elijah Lugo, University of California, Riverside. JC Manzano, California Baptist University. Brianna Marquez, University of California, Irvine. Isabel Martinez, California State University, Long Beach. Eileen Mayo, Riverside City College. Alvaro Morales, Riverside City College. Jasmine Nava, California Baptist University. Serenity Navarrete, University of California, Davis. Ariana Nunez, Riverside City College. Jacqueline Ochoa Ontiveros, University of California, Riverside. Angel Ortiz, Riverside City College. Ricky Perez, California Baptist University. Alondra Porras, University of California, Davis. Jocelyn Reyes, University of California, Riverside. Evangeline Salmaron, University of California, Berkeley. Michael Sanchez, United States Army. Alma Sandoval Hernandez, California Polytechnic State University, Pomona. Emily Serrato, California State University, San Bernardino. Hugo Sosa, Riverside City College. Gabriel Torres, University of California, Berkeley. Rigo Torres, University of California, Berkeley. Anna Tran, University of California, San Diego. Noemi Urbina, University of California, Los Angeles. Camila Vargas Morales, Riverside City College. Natalia Velasquez, California Baptist University. Miguel Vera, Riverside City College. Estrella Villegas, California Baptist University. Liana Wilson, California State University, San Bernardino. Itziana Zaragoza, San Jose State University. Please give the IB&V class of 2025 a big hand.
Okay, do we get all the pictures? All right, let's give them one more round of applause as they take their seats. Thank you. To close out our night, we will recognize the IB Diploma Class of 2025. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Litzy Gonzalez to the stage to give the 2025 Senior Diploma Candidate Address. In addition to completing her high school career as an IB diploma candidate, Litzy is also here representing Drum Major, the music program, Junior Optimists, and her work at her church in the ministry of El Shaddai. Ms. Gonzalez will be continuing her academic pursuits at Cal State Fullerton in the fall. Let's give Litzy a hand.
Good evening, everyone. I'd first like to thank God for the lives of each and every one of you. as well as thank Mr. Marshall for the opportunity to speak here today. I'd also like to thank my parents for their constant support in bringing me at 7:30 in the morning and picking me up at 7:30 at night. Thank you, Mama y Papa. Standing here before you today, I can't help but reflect on the journey that brought us to this moment. As an IB diploma students, we've faced challenges that push us far beyond our comfort zones and stretch what we once believed was possible. From late night study sessions and all-nighters to the mountains of essays for TOK, not cake, internal assessments, and the infamous 4,000-word extended essay. Each task tested our limits, but through it all, we gained resilience, discipline, and an unshakable perseverance. We are a class defined by strength, not just by the kind that takes to wake up and show up at 7:30 in the morning, but the strength it takes to show up for each other. The IB Diploma program is no easy journey, but none of us walked it alone. We leaned on each other, celebrated every EE submission, supported one another during the stress of IA turn-ins, and found that success isn't just about what we achieve individually, it's about what we build together. The legacy we create through unity, our determination, and our growth, that legacy isn't defined by our failures, but rather what we have made of them. As we step forward into the next chapter of our lives, whether it is music, science, education, or any other field, let us continue to carry this strength with us. We have proven that we are capable of overcoming obstacles, able to adapt, and thrive with multiple extracurriculars. The future will challenge us in new ways. However, we are more than ready. And to the future IB Diploma candidate and certificate generations out there will be days when it feels overwhelming. As deadlines approach, as piles of work continue to stack one on top of the other, remember why you chose to challenge yourself. Remember that although your motivation runs low, you're a source of inspiration for those that come after you. You're more than capable than you realize. If we did it, then so can you. Remember those long nights of TOK reflections, preparations for IB exams, and Mrs. Sheffield and Mrs. Stebbins' TOK lessons have prepared us for a life of purpose, persistence, and passion beyond the classroom. For me, music has been more than just a subject. It has been a way of bringing people together to create harmony in a world that often feels crowded and chaotic. Each of us has something that drives us forward, whether it is passion that makes long hours worth it, or even just self-determination. Let it guide you, because if there's one thing that IB has taught us, is that we're more than capable than our minds give us credit for. So let us move forward with confidence, knowing that the legacy we leave behind is only the beginning of the one we are about to build and create. Congratulations, class of 2025. Our journey is just beginning.
And now we will have our final speech of the evening as Mr. Aaron Villarreal delivers the IB Diploma Alumni Address. Aaron, would you please join me on stage? Aaron graduated as an IB Diploma candidate in 2010. He was a Phoenix Scholar before we had such a definition and turned his 2.5 sophomore GPA into a 4.6. He went from a student with some discipline issues into a leader of the IBNV movement. This role of IBNV leader is something he has never taken lightly or backed away from. Upon arrival at UCLA, Mr. Villarreal was immediately informed by an admissions counselor that less than 1% of the applicants with his overall GPA are admitted to the school. Rather than let this intimidate him, he accepted the challenge and added work with the Latino Business Student Association and the Pediatrics AIDS Coalition. In 2014, he graduated from UCLA with a bachelor's in political science with a concentration in game theory and strategy. Just 1 month after graduation, Aaron began his career in business at Oracle, where he developed a $2 million in new sales opportunities at just 23 years old. He then moved on to become a senior merchant compliance manager at Wish, where he managed a team of 36 employees and assisted the company in growing from a 75-person startup to a publicly traded company. Next, he moved on to TikTok as a business program manager. In 2.5 years at the company, Aaron has been integral in building the TikTok shop, which has become a $10 billion business for the company. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Aaron Villarreal.
Thanks very much for the very kind introduction, and thanks for inviting me here tonight. So I've met a few people that seem to succeed in everything they do. I am not one of those people. I was a C student in my sophomore year and a D student in Spanish. I was rejected at too many colleges to remember them all. I failed my first math test in college when I was feeling very excited and ready to do well. And I was kicked out of my preferred major at UCLA. And I've been studying Spanish for about a decade, and I still don't speak as well as most of your little brothers and sisters. I think I heard a baby earlier, probably maybe them as well. So some of these were very easy to shake off. The college rejections, I just kind of said, you know, they're lost, but some were more difficult to handle. Losing my major in college in particular felt like a permanent blow to my future. And right now I'm facing another challenge. So after 2 months of interviewing, I got to the final round with a company that would have let me relocate back to LA, a place that I really miss, and I didn't get it. And it stung, but all of these other experiences earlier in my life taught me that I've been here before. Each setback is an opportunity to find some more motivation, to focus, and to come out better on the other end. I think kids now call it locking in. It's been 15 years since I graduated from Novi, but I still feel very connected to the school and the IB program in particular. I had a tough time my first couple years of high school. I didn't really know who my friend group was. I was eating lunches alone, getting mostly C's, and I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. And I joined IB after a persuasive meeting with Mr. Marshall. That year, I took AP Euro with the first IB class, and there was another student who I was pretty competitive with, and I probably went too far one day making fun of him. And my teacher at the time, Mrs. Rosa, pulled me aside to kind of tell me to knock it off, and she said, "With great power comes great responsibility. Use your powers for good." In the moment, I was pretty happy that my teacher compared me to Spider-Man, but I still remember that talk now, almost 17 years later. Teachers like Mrs. Rosa, Mr. Marshall, and many, many others are one of the reasons I still feel so connected to the school, because they helped me grow up along the way and nudge me in the right direction when I needed it. And listening to some of the cheers tonight, I think this IB class probably feels the same way about their teachers now. Another reason I still feel really connected to IB is I see myself in each IB class. So in tech, in San Francisco, many of the people I work with on a day-to-day basis grew up with a lot of advantages that we don't have, most of us. Legacy admissions, private tutors, family connections in business. And in that sense, most of us are underdogs. We don't have those things. And despite being underdogs, we all chose the really difficult path of challenging ourselves in the IB program here, even if it meant we might fail. That choice already proves so much about this group, and many of the good things in life are only possible if there's a risk of failing. What I've learned in life is how important perspective and fight are. We always see goals in front of us and feel like everything will be perfect if we can just reach that goal, but that's not true. Life is about growth and continuing to chase dreams. If you told the high school version of me that I'd work at places like TikTok or be sent to Ireland, the Philippines, and China for work, I'd never believe it. But even more important than what I've accomplished is what I hope to do next. And just like the seniors in this room, I'm not done growing, and I'm not done defining what's important to me. Kobe Bryant once said, "If you're afraid to fail, then you're probably going to fail." So we should respond by being brave. And when you do fall short, because you will, maybe now, maybe in a few years, know that it's just temporary. Failures are opportunities to grow and learn and build strength, and something better is waiting for you on the other side. Of course, we can't do everything on our own, and we need help along the way. When I was here, it was Mrs. Rosa and Mr. Marshall who helped keep me on track. For you, it might be another teacher here or mentors or friends in this room. But all of us in the IBNB community are rooting for you, and we're all excited to see what you do next. So be true to yourself, be resilient, and never stop being brave.
At this time, I will be calling the IB diploma candidates from the class of 2025 to recognize them and so that we can bestow upon them their stoles. Can I please have Ms. Sheffield, Mr. Simmons, Ms. Stebbing, Ms. Vasquez, and Mr. Marquez please join me on stage. These students have completed the most challenging path in high school academics, and we are so proud of them. They will be receiving their stoles for graduation here as a representation of the countless hours and work they've put into their education. Students, please join us on stage when I call your name. Kevin Adame. Jasmine Apreza. Alexandra Bourbon. Ismael Calderon. Camilo Canizales Tejada. Isaac Carvajal Lopez. Vanessa Casillas Lopez. Destiny Curiel. Giovanni Davalos. Cindy Diaz Serrato. David Escoto. Ramsey Fajardo. Anthony Garcia. Litzy Gonzalez. Diana Hernandez. Destiny Jimenez. Viance Lopez de Leon. Brianna Marquez. Ariana Nunez. Jacqueline Ochoa Ontiveros. Jocelyn Reyes. Evangeline Salmaron. Michael Sanchez. Alma Sandoval Hernandez. Emily Serrato. Gabriel Torres. Rigoberto Torres. Anna Tran. Noemi Urbina. Estrella Viegas. Let's please give these students one more round of applause. Thank you for joining us this evening to honor all of these students. There are refreshments in the foyer when you are finished with your pictures. Have a great night.